Alright, welcome back for some more easy blues harmonica, and today we're going to be using our blues scale, sort of like in a triplet feel, to give ourselves a bit of practice with single notes. We're going to do something like this. Cool. So the reason I want to practice this is you've got a lot of time to practice your articulation on your single notes. By that I mean how the note starts, how the middle of the note is, and how the end of the note. So there's like the three stages where you can control how your sound is. And also something like this, it's a bit of a vehicle for getting quicker. It's always fun to play fast. So yeah, let's talk about what we're sort of doing. Now, something like this, this is something I've sort of practice all the time. So I very often play basically this. And I just repeat that over and over and over and over. And what I'm sort of thinking in my head when I do that is I don't just want to go note, 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 note. Like our blues scale is 2 draw, 3 draw, half step bend, 4 blow, 4 bend, 4 draw, 5 draw, and 6 blow. Must apologise, the Ashes cricket is on at the moment, so basically that means there's cricket on from like 8 p.m. at night until 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's been a great series. I'm getting pretty tired, but yeah, back to the things that I like to sort of play. So like blues scale. So if I do that scale in a very sort of robotic fashion, like that was major pentatonic, like doesn't sort of give me much to sort of enjoy really, like it's just robotic sort of feeling. So the way that I sort of like to do these is I like to sort of think in my head, like I'll have a metronome sort of going soon, but have a little beat sort of going and go 1 2 3 1 2 3, so like triplet patterns. Now, the important thing about this and why I sort of talk about articulation is it's very sort of easy to sort of slur and use that to play faster. And what I sort of mean by slurring is this sort of sound. All smooth and laid in together. It sounds nice. But another way to play is very staccato, like. So very short notes, start and finish. And then you've got the middle where you start the note and end the note. Now, way back when I was a child playing as Stedfords, I used to get in trouble for forgetting about the end of the notes. Like I'd concentrate on the start of my note and then basically my mind would wander off and I'd be looking for the next sort of thing. My notes would sort of trail off, be very sort of annoying. We'll fix that squeaky door. So yeah, so what we've got time to sort of think of is like our tonguing. I mentioned that before, like ta, pa, ka, those sort of syllables. Let us get that attack on the note. And when I finish the note, I actually sort of reverse that tongue. So I'm sort of going ta, ta. I doesn't make the, I don't ta sound again, but I stop. Like I don't just trail off. Distinct start, distinct middle, distinct end. So if we do this very sort of slowly, like a 1 2 3 4. Nice. And that's all we've got in our mind. We just sort of, instead of doing it that sort of slow beat, we've just got like a triplet sort of feel instead. So and the important thing with this is to have it at a tempo where you're under control. Like I mentioned sort of before, I was playing it like. Like I practiced a lot to be able to sort of do that. And even at that sort of speed, it's getting faster, like I can't quite hear how my notes are going. So if I slow it down a little bit, I've got lot more time to sort of hear how my notes start, hear how my notes end, and then, like, yeah, obviously, like if it's sort of the song's really sort of fast and I'm under pressure, I can just slow it. Sounds sloppy as hell. See, like doesn't even sound nice. So keep that articulation nice and crisp and constant. Nice. Cool. So what I've got for this one is I've got a bit of a metronome going, and when you're doing things like this, like even for me, like at that sort of speed that I'm playing there, like I feel comfortable at that speed, but like I just said, it's really sort of too fast for me to control everything. I want to be more... Actually, that's a good idea. So let's start this off like, so I'm going to go slow and then speed up. So like just sort of, so just listen. So there, I'm getting to about the speed where I can keep that articulation nice and crisp and still keep the notes happening. Now, it doesn't matter how fast that speed is, like be kind to yourself. I heard a really good thing this week. Unfortunately, the guy was like retelling a quote, and I can't remember who the original source of the quote was, and I'm going to change it slightly. And he says, you don't make a flower grow by yelling at it. Like, the flower will take its own time to grow. It will bloom in time, and it needs that time to get there. Yelling at it isn't going to help. So when you're doing something like this and going, oh, I can't play it at that sort of speed, it's too frustrating. I'm playing music a long time, and it can always be frustrating because you can always be doing something that you're basically not able to do. Like you're always practicing, trying to improve. So yeah, be kind to yourself when you're doing these sort of things. Don't be like, killing yourself at like a really fast metronome tempo, basically constantly practicing mistakes. Like for when I wanted to present this to you guys, I've selected 60 beats per minute. I think this is a good tempo where I can get my triplet sort of speed. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Missed the tempo there. So that's the tempo that I want to practice it at. You heard how fast I was playing it previously, but this is a speed where I think, okay, I can control all the notes. So have a bit of a go at playing along with me, but yeah, go through the Cowbell metronomes, pick the little tempo that you sort of like to play with. Sometimes at the slower tempos you might want to sort of use more beats and play it sort of at half time and those sort of things. So like have your drums going 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow the tempo down like that. But yeah, so be kind to yourself. But I'll give you an example of how I'd sort of play this. So first thing I've got to do is if I can't talk it, I can't play it. So I need to get the tempo fixed firmly in my head, and I want to use that triplet rhythm. So I'm thinking 1, 1, 1, 1, triple it, 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 triple it. Now that I've got that feel, I'm going to add in the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If your breath gets a little bit unbalanced, just stop, have a bit of a rest. If you sort of get a bit tongue twisted and sort of blah, 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 stop for a second, get back into the feel of it. Triple it, triple it, triple it, triple it. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Yeah. So have some fun, be kind to yourself, pick a tempo that's nice and steady for you, understand what the scale is, get out there, have some fun.